Hey learners, welcome back to our class today. In today's class, we want to be looking at miscellaneous examples on probability. Now, before we proceed fully on this channel, if you are a new member on this channel, kindly subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell for my subsequent content. And don't forget to like and leave a comment as we move on. So, let's dive in. Now, question 1. Two fair dice are thrown. M is the event described by the sum of the scores is 10. And N is the event described by the difference between the scores is 3. Question A. Write out the elements of M and N. Question B. Find the probability of M or N. Question C. Are M and N mutually exclusive? Give reasons. Now, looking at this, we have two fair dice. Don't forget, a die has a number from 1 to 6. The other die has a number from 1 to 6. So, two of them. Now, we now have two events. The first event is event M, which is describing that when you add the two dice together, you should get a total of 10. And the second event is event N, that when you subtract, when you find the difference, which is subtraction, when you find the difference between the two numbers, it should give you what? 3. So question A now says, write out the elements of M and N. So let us describe M and N. So this question is WAEC 2010, question 5. We have dice 1 to 6. So these are the two events, with the two dice rather, dice, the first die and second die. On this place, we want to perform two operations, addition and what? Subtraction. So we have 1 plus 1, that's the addition, we have 2, comma, 1 minus 1, 0, 1 plus 2, 3, 1 minus 2, we have 1. Please, let us be writing the positive aspect, not the negative aspect. 1 plus 3, 4. 1, take away 1 from 3, we have 2. So I'm going to calculate this now. This is our table now. The first part are addition and the second part are the subtraction. Look at this. 2 plus 1, 3. Take away 1 from 2, that's 2 minus 1, 1. 2 plus 2, 4. 2 minus 2, 0. 2 plus 3, 5. Then 3 minus 2, 1. As I said earlier, we are going to be using the positive aspect of it. So that's why I completed this. Now question A says, write out the elements of M and N. And don't forget our M, the sum of the scores is 10. Their sum must be 10 for M. So, for M, we are going to have the sum to be 10. Let's look at 10, where we have the sum. Don't forget the sum are the first part of it, where we have 10. So this is 10. The first part of it is the sum. So we have 1 10, the second one, and the third one. So the number of 10 that we have there, number of M equals to what? 3. The number of N, how many N? That N should be, the difference between them must be 3. And the differences are the second part, where we're talking about 3. Okay, let's look at the second part. This is the second part. We have 1, 2, 3. Okay, this one. Let's come here as well. This is 3. So which means we have 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. How many? 6. Number of N is what? 6. This is question A. Question B. Find the probability of M or N. The word or, don't forget, from our previous lessons, means plus addition. So in this case, question B, we now have probability of M plus probability of n will equals to number of n, we have 3, over total number in this sample space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 multiplied by 6, we have what? 36. So we have 3 over 36 plus second number of n is 6. 6 over 36. 3 here 1, 3 here 12. 6 here 1, 6 here 6. So we have 1 over 2 plus 1 over 6. Our SCM here is 6. 2 goes in 6, we have 3. 3 times 1, we have 3. Plus 6 goes in 6, we have 1. 1 times 1, we have 1. So we now have 3 plus 1. That is 4 over 6. Finally, 2 goes here, 2. 2 goes here, 3. We have what? 2 over 3. So which means that the second aspect, which is m or n, equals to what? 2 over 3. The last aspect, question C. Are m and n mutually exclusive? We say yes. They are mutually exclusive. Meaning that the occurrence of m does not depend on the occurrence of what? N. That is first reason. Second reason is both of them do not have anything in common. Meaning they do not have any intersection. What I mean is when you have m intersection n, it's going to give us empty set, 0. Look at everything here. When you look at all the numbers here, there's no number that are the same. Maybe after we add and we subtract, we now have the same number, no number. So in this case, m does not depend on what? N. They are both mutually exclusive because they do not have any intersection, anything in common. Question 2. The table below shows the outcome when a dice is thrown a number of times. Given the scores 1 to 6, that's the number of die, then frequency, given the frequency. But in this frequency, we have a particular number, which is 3, that doesn't have frequency. If the probability of obtaining a 3 is 0.225, question A, how many times was the dice thrown? Question B, calculate the probability that a trial chosen at random gives a score of an even number or a prime number. Now, let's proceed. So this is WAEC 2016 question 4. Don't forget, to solve questions like this, you have to do what? Start from known to unknown. Now let's start from the known. If the probability of obtaining a 3 is 0.225, probability of a 3 is equal to 0.225. Now, that is it. Then let us know the total number of our frequency, total number of the number of time that was thrown. Total number, that's what we call total frequency. Let me put it that way. So you sum everything together. We have 155 plus x. From the definition of probability, probability of obtaining a 3 will equals to number of obtaining a 3 over total number. Okay? That total number is the frequency. Probability of obtaining a 3 now is 0.225 is equals to number of obtaining a 3. When you look at this 3, the number of obtaining a 3, we have what? X over total number given to us that we calculated, 155 plus x. Let's give this over 1. What is the next step? The next step is to what? To cross multiply. X multiplying 1, we have x equals to 0.225 multiplied by 155 plus x. So let's take our calculator to multiply. S will equals to, let's multiply this together. When we multiply this, we have 34.875 plus this times this, 0.225x. The next step is to collect like times. Taking this here, So we have x minus, when positive crosses is equal to, change it to what? Negative, minus 0.225x is equals to this value, 34.875. Now, take away this. This s is standing as 1. So it's just like say 1 minus 0.225. So we have 0.775x is equals to 34.875. To get the value of our x, you divide both sides by 0.775. The value of s is 45. So when we divide both sides by 0.775, we get what? 45. So which means that this score 3 is going to have the frequency of what? 45. Question B. Calculate the probability that a trial choosing at random gives a score of an even number or a prime number. Give a score of an even number or a prime number. Now, how many even numbers do we have there? Number of even numbers. How many? Don't forget, even numbers are numbers that can be divided by 2 without no remainder. This is an even number. This is an even number. Even number. So we trace it down. We trace it down. So we have 30 plus 28 plus 32. So we sum it up. We have 90. That is that for even number. Then what of prime numbers? So prime number are numbers that only one and itself can divide. Only one and itself can divide. And prime number start from 2. So what are our prime numbers here? We have 2. We have 3. Let me remove this. It's not a prime number. Then we have 5. Let me remove this. Not a prime number. So 2, 3, 5. So the number of prime. So the frequency of 2, we have 30 plus our x that we got the other time, 45, plus then 40. So when you sum it up, what do we have? 115. Now, back to our question. Our question says we should now calculate the probability that a trial choosing at random gives a score of an even number or a prime number. So probability of even number, let me use E to represent even number, or prime number. Are we there? Now don't forget, we need the total of this one that we've gotten before. That is 155 plus x. That is 155 plus 45. So we have 0, 0, 200. So we have, that is 200. Now, probability of even numbers. Number of even number is 90. 90 over total number, 200. Plus, number of prime number is what? 115 over 200. Are we together? So we can find the LCM. 200. 200 goes there, we have 200, we have 1. 1 times 90. 90 plus, this goes there, we have 1. 1 times this, 115. So we have, when you sum it up, what do we have? So we have 205 over 200. Okay. Let me say 5 goes here, we have 41. 5 goes here, we have 40. So finally we have 41 over 40. So which means that probability of even numbers or prime number is equal to 41 over 40. So you can lay your hand on this exercise, question 1. Just lay your hand on it and tell me in the comment section, snap your answers to me on this number 0708 333 7391. If you're a new member on this channel and you enjoy this class, kindly subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell for my subsequent contents. Don't forget to share, like, and leave a comment. We meet in the next class when we are going to be continuing on subsequent miscellaneous examples. Thank you very much.